putting in a lot of hard work on and off the field, extra film, extra work with some of the coaches, and then just getting better. Being consistent, catching the ball, footwork, stuff like that.
We go to David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David?
Hey, Frank. What has it been like being back home? Obviously, I'm sure like family and friends at games and stuff like that. Just kind of curious, does playing for the hometown team, like, has that kind of change your perspective or anything? Just like, what has that experience been like coming home and playing well now for this team?
It's been great, especially in the locker room. A lot of those guys in the locker room, I either played with in high school or played against and stuff like that. So it's been great, really. Just a real, like, family atmosphere and just able to see my family whenever and just play in front of, like, people I went to school with and stuff like that, people I knew my whole life.
Go to Manny Navarro from The Athletic.
Hey, Frank, welcome back home, and congrats on the success here in the last couple of weeks. You've really been consistent. One thing your coach Gaddis said the other day was that he wanted you to win, more one-on-one battles. I'm curious, like, what specifically maybe you're doing to improve that, and then other areas that Coach Gaddis, tells you every week, hey, you got to do this better, that better.
Just being consistent with my details and everything. Whether that's downfield, being consistent with maybe holding my line or being more consistent with judging the ball in the air, things like that.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam?
Hey, Frank. Congrats on getting your first touchdown the other day. My question's about Tyler. He had some adversity earlier in the year. Got benched, went through all that, and kind of came out stronger than he's been, having a great couple weeks. What did you see from him? First, kind of dealing with that adversity, and then how he worked and kind of increased, or what he did or what he changed, in those couple weeks where he's gotten better.
He just continued to work. It's football at the end of the day. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But he's continued to put the work in each and every day, continue to prepare at a high level, continue to practice at a high level. And, with consistency, like, it was bound. It was going to show. No, I don't think nobody was ever even worried or questioned him or anything, it's football. Sometimes, sometimes you get in a funk or whatever you want to call it, but he's always been the same, Tyler McDyke.
Have you guys, just, as his teammates, guys who work with him on a daily basis, do you guys kind of gain more respect for him and how he responded to all that stuff?
Of course, some guys, could have came in and had their head down. Some guys could have, felt some type of way, but, he just continued to put his head down. I mean, not put his head down, but continue to work. Continue to come to work each and every day and be a leader.
Go to Zuby Charles from Canesport.
Hey, Frank. I just want to get your thoughts. I know you've been, finding the group as of late, and so has Kobe Young. With, both of you guys being some of the newer members of the team, just what are your thoughts on him and, how he's progressed as well?
Same way. We in that receiver room together, and we just working really. Continue to push each other, continue to hold each other to a certain standard, and, we just work, being consistent with our details and playing at a high level and catching the ball.
Go to Luke Chaney from All Hurricane.
Hey, Frank. So I'm just wondering, man, what are some things about Duke secondary that really stands out to you on film?
They're a great team, great athletes. They tackle well. We know they're going to send some pressure. But overall, great team, disciplined team. I'm excited for the matchup.
All right, got one final hand up. We'll go back to David Wilson to wrap it up. David, go ahead for Frank.
Hey, Frank, last week they put you on a watch list for Comeback Player of the Year award. And I know you had a lot of injuries over the last couple of years at Clemson. Obviously, from what we've seen, have been pretty healthy this year. Just how much has that helped? So just finally feeling, I'm sure, closer to 100% than you've probably been in a couple of years.
It feels great. Put a lot of time and effort into my body, make sure I stay consistent with that, take care of my body. And, it's been great. I feel like it's starting to show on the field and just have to continue to stay with it.
Was it a process to just kind of get back to full strength here? Just like when were you kind of starting to feel good again after? I know you had surgery sometime last year, right?
Yeah, I had the last couple years. I had a couple surgeries. So just when I first got here in the spring, I was really close to 100, and then after that spring, I know I was definitely 100. So I was full go. I've been full go all year.
All right, Frank. Thank you very much for your time today.
All right, thank you.
Recording